What are you doing?
Hello.
It is absolutely the most vile weather imaginable today. It's like raining, but it's not even that proper rain where it's like heavy rain. It's just drizzling. It's going to go on all day. Just generally, it's one of those days that's such like a British day. But sadly, I actually do have to leave the house today. I am going into Central to return a dress and also go and see Vanya and help her take some Instagram photos. So I thought I would do a little get ready with me, just do a super natural makeup look using all drugstore products, because I feel like recently I've been using and recommending a lot of like high-end products, and I really want to give the drugstore products some screen time. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm actually really excited because today's video is sponsored, which I haven't done in absolutely ages, but this video is sponsored by E.l.f. just for the brow segment of this video. So I'm going to be using all E.l.f. products to do my brows, and then for the rest of the video it's literally just products that I use every day. As you guys know, E.l.f. is one of my favourite drugstore brands ever. Like, I use them all the time on TikTok and Instagram. So I'm actually going to start off with brows, and I'm just going to start by giving my natural brows a little bit of TLC. I've got the E.l.f. scissors and tweezers, and I'm just going to pluck my brows a tiny bit because they're growing out a little bit, and then give them a little freshen up. Oh, this literally never gets easier. Should we give E.l.f. product to go on your eyebrows, Marmite? I think you could do with a little bit of brow maintenance. Now I'm actually going to go in with the E.l.f. brow pencil just to use a spoolie on the end, and I'm just going to brush up my brows and then go in with the scissors and just give them a mini haircut. Right, before I start putting any colour in my brows, I want to make sure that they're all nicely shaped. So I'm going to use the E.l.f. brow lift. I'm sure you guys will have seen people use this on TikTok. It's literally just like kind of a clear gel that you take on a spoolie. So I'm going to use the same spoolie as before, and then you just brush it through your brows and it keeps them in place all day. So I like to take a bit on the spoolie and then just put it on the back of my hand so that it's all the way through the brush, and then we're going to brush it through the brows. Like, can you guys see that? It already gives just such like a nice lifted brow look. So just to make sure that they're properly slicked down, I'm just going to go over the top with my finger, and this also helps to remove any excess product. And then finally I'm going to go in with the spoolie again, and I'm just going to brush over the top to get that perfect shape. Lovely. Now that that is done, I'm going to actually start filling in, and for that I'm going to use the E.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Cool Brown. One thing I love about this is how like precise that end bit is. If you are more of a powder brow person though, they also have this bite-sized brow palette which you can use. This comes with 2 different waxes and then 2 different powders. One thing that I really like about this pencil is that you don't have to like push down super hard to get the colour to come out. Sometimes I find that with brow pencils you kind of have to press down really hard, and if you've kind of shaped your brows using a wax beforehand, this can get rid of that shape. See the difference? Now that I've added in those extra hairs, I am actually going to go in with the palette. They have sent me 2 different shades. We have Neutral Brown and Auburn, and as you can see I have recently kind of dyed my hair a bit gingery auburn, so I'm actually going to go in with the Auburn palette. I love that they have an Auburn palette because I feel like most brands just have like a blonde and a brunette. So there we go, the brows are done. And the way I know that these are not going to budge all day thanks to this, literally game changing. Now that the brows are done, I'm just going to go ahead and carve them, and then I will be back to do eyes. No, but the way that I'm obsessed with my brows right now. Are you kidding me? I genuinely don't think they've looked this good in like years. This palette, new holy grail. Also, as you can probably notice, yes, my psoriasis is still playing up, but it's fine. There's nothing we can do about it, so we're just going to continue the show. So thank you so much again to E.l.f. for working with me on that section of the video. I love you guys, and these products are chef's kiss. So I just went and put some concealer down on my lids, and now I'm going to go in with, funny enough, another E.l.f. product. This is the E.l.f. X Gen Atkin palette. As you can see, this has been well loved, but I love this palette because it's just got such a good range of shades. Like, it's only got 7 different pans in here, but I feel like I could do a whole face using just these shades. So I'm going to go in with the lightest shade and then build it up gradually and move towards like these 3 darker ones, and then maybe do a little bit of a soft wing using this one. You know, since like dyeing my hair kind of red, I've actually changed up like a lot of my makeup routine. I used to be a very like consistently full beat foundation, highlight, contour, the works, and recently I've actually been not really using so much foundation and kind of just going straight in with concealer. And in all honesty, I found that it actually makes it look like I've got more like full coverage than before. Does that make sense? I think because when I have foundation underneath the concealer and bronzer, it all kind of blended together, so it kind of made my face a similar shade. Whereas if I go straight in with concealer and contour and blend them separately, it's like it gives more depth. So funnily enough, I've actually been like wearing less makeup, but it's been looking like I'm wearing more. I've also been leaning back towards like more kind of bold brows. I'm just over like fluffy brows. I obviously still love using the kind of waxy products that are going to lift my brows, but the full-on soap brow look where it's all the hairs kind of stood up, I'm just over it. You can't really beat, I think, just like a slick brow that just looks clean, looks precise, looks even. Marmite is such a pain. She has been scratching at my door all morning. I let her in, I let her out, I let her in. Right, let me go and let her in this time. Guys, I've also just remembered that because I'm going into Central today, I can pop into TK Maxx and get some new candles. Who am I getting excited about candles? Actually, you know what? I'm not even ashamed of that. Candles are great. Also, here's a little hack for you if you want to like double up on products. If you have the E.l.f. brow palette, you can also use some of the shades from in there as eyeshadows. Just a little tip for you. Not gonna go too crazy with this. I still want it to be pretty natural. Now guys, don't come for me because I am actually gonna break the rules a tiny bit right now, and I'm actually gonna use a lash color which isn't drugstore, but you guys know how obsessed I am with the Mercier lash color. In all honesty, as weird as it sounds, one product that I would recommend spending money on is a good lash curler. I find that so many drugstore ones just don't really make any difference at all. Like, immediately look at the difference. And then I'm going to go in with the Essence Double Trouble Mascara. The Essence mascaras are genuinely some of the best on the market for drugstore products. Like the Lash Princess ones in particular, the green one is my favourite. So the next product we're going to go in with is another one which just happens to be E.l.f. E.l.f. are killing it at the minute, but this is a product which I've been obsessed with. Like, I use this every single time I do my makeup, and dare I say it, it might have even slightly replaced my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter, which is quite a statement. But I love this for when I want something a bit more full coverage. This is the E.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter. Of course, this is in the shade 4. I love how it's just such an easy product to use. Like, you just can't really go wrong with it. This beauty blender as well, I've been loving at the minute. This is from the Amelia Olivia X Beauty Crop collection. I feel like making a good beauty blender is a very hard thing to do. This one is lovely and soft. It expands nicely when you put water on it. I've just been reaching for it every single time I do my makeup, and it hasn't let me down so far. For concealer, I'm going to use my Multitasker concealer from Rimmel, and because this is just a tiny bit too light for me, I'm going to put this on quite minimally. I don't want to go too overboard, especially since this is a natural look. And then of course I'm going to go back in with my beauty blender and blend this out. Guys, I can't lie, I've got some secrets that I'm keeping from you. Obviously nothing bad, but I have some such exciting things coming up. I don't know if that's even English. Some such exciting, you guys know what I mean. Some of the stuff that I've got coming up in the next few weeks and months is honestly like, when I found out about them, I was like, is this real life? Like, there is no way that that is going to be me. I'm just like, what the heck is going on? I can't wait for you guys to see. The first thing is on, I think, the 10th of December. So that's coming up relatively soon. And then the next thing is in the new year. But I am just so excited for you guys to see, because this is the type of thing that I just never ever thought I was gonna do. And it's just like, I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give away what it is, but just be ready for the photos because it's a bit of a mad one. Now, bronzer. I don't actually know if this product counts as drugstore, but I'm afraid my drugstore contour selection is absolutely terrible. So I'm going to use the Doll Beauty Gimme Sun bronzer in medium D. I'm just going to swirl some of this over my cheekbones. I can't lie, I have kind of been pulling away from doing highlighter recently. I've been actually really enjoying the kind of matte skin, but if you are someone who does like a highlighter, then I do recommend this one from the E.l.f. Jen Atkin palette. I have honestly used this palette so many times for a full face. If I'm going away, this is one that I bring with me because it just has everything in it. So yeah, that's there if you want it, but I'm probably not going to use that today. And finally, lips. To be honest, I'm not really feeling like a crazy lip today. I think I just want to do something neutral, and a product that I have been loving recently. I put it on actually just before I did a live stream the other day, and everyone was asking me what I had on my lips because it literally makes your lips look so glossy. This is the Ciate Watermelon Burst Hydrating Lip Oil, and I think I'm just going to go in with a tiny bit of this Colourpop lip liner in Love Bug just to line my lips a tiny bit, and then I'm going to put on some of the mask. Oh wow, she's pigmented. I am like using the lightest pressure I possibly can, and this is still coming out so dark. I'm literally just gonna like buff this in with an eyeshadow brush because that is a bit too intense for me. And finally, the lip oil. Like, do you guys see that shine? I love it. So my friends, that is the end of this video. I actually need to get changed super quick and head out into Central because I'm going to be late. But thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you found some secret gems from drugstore brands that you maybe didn't know about before. Let me know what video you'd like to see next. I absolutely love filming Get Ready With Me's, so there will definitely be another one of these coming soon. But thank you so much again to E.l.f, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!